Hi, my name is Kira Takanaga, and this is my presentation on improving my environmental health habits, a behavior change journey. So, why I chose this behavior? I chose this behavior, or I chose to improve my environmental health because I noticed that I had a lot of wasteful habits, especially with water usage, laundry, and not all using environmentally safe products. I wanted to make or to take more responsibility for how my daily actions impact the environment. Why environmental health matters. So research shows that environmental health plays a major role in overall well-being. Even small changes like reducing exposure to harmful substances can improve health over time. Environmental health conditions such as air and water quality directly impact daily life and can increase the risk of disease. Studies also show that pollution contributes to serious health problems, including respiratory and cardiovascular diseases in, addi in and diseases. In addition, issues like climate change require both individual and collective action, meaning that even small personal health habits can contribute to larger environmental health improvements. Problem, what I was doing before. So, before s- before starting this change, I had several habits that were environmentally friendly. For example, I would leave the water running for too long, whether I was washing dishes or personal hygiene like brushing my teeth or taking long showers. I was also washing clothes very often. Due to school, work, and physical activity, I didn't really have a specific routine that I was following, so I found myself washing clothes very often. And I also wasn't using eco-friendly products. So I was just getting regular cleaning supplies, not checking their product ingredients and buying convenience items that weren't necessarily eco-friendly. Solutions and strategies on how I changed my habits. So by saving water, I first tried to turn off the faucet more often when I was brushing my teeth or washing my face. Also taking shorter showers and only using water when I absolutely needed it. This also ties into reducing the amount of laundry that I was doing. So I made sure to implement fewer wash days, rewear clothes that weren't necessarily dirty, and just planning ahead on days that I could do laundry, like making it a bi-weekly or not bi-weekly, but 2 times a week thing, which would be maybe just like Wednesdays and Sundays were like specific laundry days for me. I also made eco-friendly choices by choosing safer products, uh, becoming more mindful when I was shopping, and also I began recycling more. And lastly, I chose to save energy by turning lights off, investing in more candles, and unplugging devices when I wasn't using them. The behavior change theory that I experienced was the trans-theoretical model. So pre-contemplation, then contemplation, preparation, action, maintenance, and termination. Um, and these are a view of what they are right here. And so applying it to my own change. So I kind of went through these four main stages, which was the contemplation, preparation, action, and maintenance. I obviously recognized the unhealthy habits that I had and wanted to improve them. I set goals and plan changes by, first taking small steps in reducing the amount of water that I used. And then once I realized that that was becoming more of a natural habit of mine, I started um, finding other ways that I could save energy by turning off lights when I wasn't using them and investing in candles. And those turned into actions and building routines. And I have now been able to maintain the changes that I've made to my unhealthy environmental habits. Some challenges and barriers that I faced. So it was really hard to break the old habits at first. I found myself constantly repeating them unknowingly and or not really putting too much effort in. But when I started putting more effort, it became easier for me. I also have a busy schedule. I work and I go to school full time. So, and I also like going to the gym and, doing regular daily activities. So it became hard to put as much time as or put a lot of thought into what I needed to do, but over time it became easier. I also had some physical barriers. I was getting sick a lot, and from having school and work, um, had a lot of low energy, so it wasn't as much a priority as me for me in on those days, but it became easier after that. And then convenience. So another thing when it comes to saving energy and just being more environmentally friendly was trying to get used to not using my car so often and taking public transportation. But it was harder for me to do that when I also work and have to be obviously at places at a certain time. So it was easier for me to just use my car and to stick to the quick routines that I had. But so yeah, those are my challenges and my barriers that I had faced. So strategies, what helped me in a way overcome those barriers was building a routine and setting consistent habits. So this created structure for me. I also focused first on small changes and not making such big goals that were in a way unattainable at first glance, but became easier taking it step by step. I also did my best to stay motivated. Having a busy schedule and a busy life can make it a little bit hard to stay motivated on the things that might not be first priority. So, little ways to just stay motivated and to keep myself thinking of it as like a fun little activity for me to do. And also just, getting support from um, my boyfriend who also lives with me. So we were kind of doing this together and just looking at different resources and different tools that I could do and learn to help me get better in this area. So my progress is I ended up using less water and reducing laundry. Um, Obviously it had an environmental impact. So by doing everything that I was doing when it comes to saving energy, recycling and all those habits that I recently didn't have, it had an environmental impact once I reached my goals. I've had my own personal growth, becoming more aware of the things that I do every day. That ties into me improving my routines and consistency. Creating these habits and routines definitely became easier and more natural over time. And my reflection. So I just, through all of this, I was able to, it taught me a lot about myself and I became more aware of my everyday actions. Um, I also learned that real behavior change takes time, consistency, and effort, and that it's okay not to be perfect through the process, but just to make little improvements over time is what really matters. Even though there were challenges along the way, I learned to adapt and to keep improving. And overall, this journey just really helped me build discipline, become more mindful, and understand that small changes can really make a meaningful difference over time. And these are my resources that I used when it came to looking up how environmental health can impact the world and it's little things that you can do to change your environmental health over time. And that's it. Thank you so much.